My apologies. My apologies. What's going on, YouTube? Coming in for another live. I'm tired. Had to do some running, so that's why I was late. Had to do a lot of errands because I'm trying to relax this weekend. So my apologies. Uh, what else? And yeah, with the date, I wasn't paying attention. I put it as when was that? Wednesday, that was the wrong date. So my apologies for that. But we'll see how this go. Um, what else, Jay? Um, see how this go because I wanted to talk about this. This is not really uh with the 7-year-old, but let me hold on. Let me listen. Oh, my mic. Hold on, I'm really low. Test that one too. Hopefully it's loud. Testing one two. Testing. All right, we will have to. We'll go with this. I hear myself. Wait, it's like it's got low. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. It's better now. I hear myself. There we go. I don't know why I sound so low. Let me see. Sound low over here. No, but I'm really not going to talk about towards the 7-year old. It's just something he said. Like, Brandon full of shit, man. There's no other way to put it. All right. Yeah, I gotta get another mic. It sound low now. All right, whatever. But let me play. Let me play what he said. And now I can see you guys. So let me go find that. Sorry, so I want y'all to hear this shit. And then what we going to do, we want to go to the area where the 7-year-old was where he was shot. I didn't want to put shot in the title, I just victim. I didn't want to do that. I could have put it in the thumbnail, but I didn't want to do all that work. So I'm really talking about Brandon on this, you know, because he's just lying. Just, just talking out his anus. I don't like it at all. Okay, what is that? I'd be watching some videos on here. Good grief. All right, here we go. Uh, got a commercial. Sorry. Okay, like I said, I was taking care of some business. Come on now with the commercials. God damn. Lord mercy. Let me share this. I'm gonna be pausing it. I'm gonna let the superintendent let him talk. I'm gonna be pausing it. So I want y'all to see something. Share. Let me see over here that you guys can see. Okay. All right. I'm gonna mute up. Well, I'm not gonna mute up and stuff. I don't know. What's up with my logo? What is the deal with that? And I'm gonna play it.
A 7-year-old.
I think my headphones are bad.
Suffered a gunshot wound to the chest. Our officers responded to a call in the 2300 block of West Jackson. That call was a call of shots fired. The person shot. Our officers arrived on the scene. Once they arrived on the scene, they saw this young person who had been shot lying there. Our officers acted quickly, applying pressure to the chest after seeing a gunshot wound to this individual's chest. They immediately took this 7-year-old, put the 7-year-old in the back of their squad car, and immediately drove them here to the hospital. Unfortunately, even after applying life-saving techniques, once the 7-year-old was brought into the hospital and seen, unfortunately, that 7-year-old was pronounced dead. This is a time where I can tell you right now, the violence that's going on in the city right now for the parents of the 7-year-old has to be unbearable. It's unbearable and unacceptable for everyone in our city. The random shooting of this 7-year-old is unacceptable. We really have to think about who we are as a society when our kids are being shot in the street. We've come off a violent weekend. We know when we see the levels of heat that we're seeing right now, that there's an uptick in violence because there are people out all times of night, tempers flare. But this is unacceptable. We are losing our children, and we really need to think about the gun violence that's going on in this city. And we need to step up to try to fight this type of gun violence to save our children. Right now, the Chicago Police Department Detective Division are canvassing the area, collecting evidence. They're looking for any video footage or any other evidence that they can find to identify this offender. We will not rest until we bring some justice to this case. And it's not just this case. We're seeing this happen all too often to our children.
And this is, I said I want to go pause it, but this is a problem. And I did some research because I had a feeling this child wasn't black. Just something about the area, which I'm going to show you guys. And basically what they were saying to us, people need to, start, working with the police and things of that nature. This investment area, I'm just gonna show y'all which, Brandon Fuller, he's full of shit. But this area is they actually did a lot of building, of new apartments. I'm gonna show you guys. That's because like a couple of blocks away, you had the projects, Rockwell, which they tore down as well. R. Kelly from. They tore that down. It at least been about 10 years, 10, 15 years. And white people stay. It's a lot of cameras. over there where this this kid got shot. So I don't, when I was looking at the comments, they was like, oh, we know who this was and who did this, and it's the regular, same old story, which wasn't true. This rubbed me the wrong way, and that's why I did a little research, and I was like, that's what I thought, but keep letting it play.
Although the numbers are down from last year, any person shot is unacceptable. Even if it's one too many. We really have to think about what we're doing. So far this year, we've had 127 juveniles who have been victims of gun violence. We've had 17 who have lost their lives to gun violence. Those numbers are significantly down from last year, but still unacceptable. What we need to talk about is how we're going to protect our children. My condolences to mom. My condolences to the parents, to the father, to everyone who is related to this young person, everyone who knows this young person. Life was snuffed out before he even had the opportunity to live it the way it needed to be lived. With that, I'm going to turn it over to the mayor, City of Chicago, Mayor Johnson.
Thank you, Superintendent, and thank you to our police officers who responded swiftly and provided life-saving tactics and measures for this baby. My condolences to the mother, to the father, to all those who love this baby. As the superintendent has already expressed, the grief in this city has become increasingly more unbearable. The ungodly behavior and the acts of violence that have plagued our city for so long have reached a breaking point in this city, where this is no longer just simply about tragedy. This is about course-correcting ways of life of some individuals in this city that have caused terror, trauma, and torment. As our detectives and our police department continue to investigate this tragic shooting and the death of this baby, we will hold individuals accountable for the crime, for the torment, and the torture that they have caused in this city. We also have to make sure that we are moving measures, policies that build better, stronger, and safer communities. And I can tell you that the weapon that was used to kill this baby.
It's crazy. They always keep bringing up policies, but it's mostly been Democrats that's been running, in power in the city for 80 years, but they keep bringing up policies.
Are illegal and have no business on the streets of Chicago or any.
And how you know that? See, that's the thing, guys. Like this shooting, I'm just supposed to say it. I don't think it was black people. I don't think it was black people that did this.
Anywhere else, for that matter.
Gun could be illegal still, but I'm leaning towards the Hispanics. I don't care if people get mad. I don't really give a damn.
As a city, we have to continue to surround one another, protect one another, and do everything in our power to build a society in which a child can grow up and go outside without the fear or the reality of being murdered. To the people of Chicago, we are a city that is capable of a better Chicago. We are a city that is capable of a stronger Chicago. And we are a city.
I haven't seen it yet. This is why, guys, I'm going to be talking about this a lot. Seriously, I want to see the results of them trying to turn Chicago red. I'm definitely going to be involved. it's something else that's going on that they're not talking about. This is another reason why I talked about this. Something else is going on. Like I said before, like something underground. So better yet, something they're hiding. They're not really telling the full story of this. Who's actually out here doing the shooting now? Because everybody will keep thinking it's black. Or the kid, he was a black boy. No.
That is destined and capable of a safer Chicago.
But it don't matter. No kids to be, come on. This is crazy. No kids. Nobody, period. Like all this dumb shit needs to end. Enough is enough.
These acts of violence must end. The weapons that are flowing through the streets of Chicago and around this country, we have to stop. And then we have to hold people.
Ain't the guns. Now I do agree with it. The guns should be legal, but stop. They always be blaming it's the guns. We gotta stop the guns. No, guns don't kill people. People kill people. Stop the bullshit.
Accountable, and that's what we will do. With that, we'll take questions. Thank you.
Yeah. Can we start to do this in order? Can we start left and right here, please?
Now, with the questions, you can barely hear it, but I guess you could kind of get an understanding of what was asked. Because, by the way, especially Brandon, he want to respond to one question, but I'm just waiting till he say the bullshit that he's gonna say, and I'm gonna prove y'all live. He's full of shit. Nah, Jay, I don't know. I don't really know. Come on now.
Well, right now,
I'm gonna present the thing and I'm gonna leave.
We give you right now with these speculations.
I got stuff to do.
More facts on why the shooting occurred and who the shooter was targeting at that time. So right now, until we gather more facts, I can't give you a good answer to that right now. But what we will do is, as we gather more information, we will be putting that information.
And Superintendent Selling, briefly, can you confirm what the kid was doing? Was coming out of the apartment complex and playing on the playground? And then for the mayor, I spoke with a child not much older than this kid at that same apartment complex. She says that she's not allowed to play outside because of the fears like this happening. What does that mean?
So I'll answer the first question. I'll let the mayor answer. This 7-year-old was exiting his apartment, going to visit a neighbor right next door. And as the 7-year-old reached the sidewalk, shots rang out, and this young person was struck in the chest.
Which
this
doesn't make no sense.
A situation where
where
didn't know where their child was.
I'm gonna show you guys.
The child was walking.
This don't make sense at all.
And was struck by random gunfire.
Random.
They came from a really good distance, and that's what our officers and our detectives are investigating now. And again, as we get more information, we'll be putting more information.
I like the superintendent, but that didn't.
There were too many families growing up in Chicago that this is the fear. It's a fear that I've had myself. I live in a neighborhood that is beautiful. We love the West Side. We love raising our family in Austin. But this is a fear that families have dealt with for decades in this city. And this is why I'm doing everything in my power to invest in these neighborhoods where poverty has been pervasive. There is a direct correlation between disinvestment, poverty, and violence. And that's why my administration is working overtime to not just make sure that we have law enforcement to actually hold people.
This is where I'm going to pause on that. Y'all hear him, right? Let me rewind it. Make sure y'all heard that. Then I'm going to show y'all something.
I'm doing everything in my power to invest in these neighborhoods that I've had myself.
And again, as we get more information,
make sure y'all pay attention to this.
There were too many families growing up in Chicago that this is the fear.
And I was raised in Austin area too.
I live in a neighborhood that is beautiful.
Back when it was.
We love the West Side.
Families,
we love raising our family in Austin. But this is
it wasn't all these pieces that's in there now.
This is why I'm doing everything in my power to invest in these neighborhoods where poverty has been pervasive. There is a direct correlation between disinvestment, poverty, and violence. And that's why my administration is working overtime.
Which is lies. Your administration ain't doing a goddamn thing. Nothing. You haven't done nothing yet. Actually, you just added more oil or more gas to the fire. You got illegals now. all over the west side. And let's go here. We'll leave this up. Hold on. I want to show y'all something. Because he keeps saying disinvestment. Probably. I want y'all to see this shit. Let's bring this down for a sec. I want y'all to look at something. Let's go to here. I want to show you something. Follow me with this. Hopefully y'all can see. Oh, wait. So y'all see that, right? This is the building. This is the building with the young man that got shot. Now, do that look like a disinvestment building? Here's the area. Y'all look around. Now, over here is the town houses. And it's usually where it was back then, there was a lot of Keishas up in here. But I don't really think as many people up in here now like it was before. But, and then I think this is a high school. But this is a school, a functioning school. Actually, they have to wear uniforms from what I saw back then. But this is a couple years back. But there's cameras all over here. There's cameras. Now, I don't know if they came from this way or whatever, but as you look, these buildings are new. There's still some old infrastructure, but for the most part, a lot of these buildings are new. And you do have white people over here. White people stay over here. So you got cameras everywhere because there's cameras over here. There's cameras school. Cameras. There's cameras over here. Okay, now let's go this way. And as you see, new buildings. Look at that, new homes. These are like recent, as you could tell. Back then, the buildings was like they used to be like this, but they've been tearing them down. Let's keep going. So I want to show y'all something. These were new. This is what Keisha was at. As you see, it was boarded up, but white people end up start moving over here. So to be honest with you, I think it's a lot of Hispanics, illegals over here too, because they used to be over there on the park down there in Ashland, but they moved them all out. I'm not going to go there. So as you see, this goes to the expressway because the expressway is right there. But you got a lot of new infrastructure buildings over here, and you still got old ones that, as you could see, it's usually you probably still got some boomers staying over here. But I want to show you something. But that's not the block. As you see, this is where the projects used to be. And this, when I was on Ridge Channel one time, this is the area I was talking about. When they first built it, the grass was, green. And I went over there. It was a while back. Mostly the grass was gone. It was the summertime. It looked rough. It was like all new buildings over here, but it used to be the projects. Now it's still abandoned. You still got your vacant lots, as we call it, as you see. There's nothing there. And your old infrastructure mixed in with the new. But Keisha really is not over here as they was prior. Used to be one of the projects building empty, but as you look over here, they built a park right here. Made that a park. You see all the these new buildings, new infrastructure. So what the fuck what is he talking about? They invested a lot over here. I'm like, what is you talking about? Be honest with you, it seemed like as soon as the white people came, start moving over here, then they start making, you got all these stores all of a sudden start popping up. Let me show you. Because it's a shopping mall over here. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here and let him finish talking that bullshit. It used to be like one store over here, like a Walgreens. Now they got a whole shopping mall over here now. Right here. I'm sorry about that. Let me just do that. Whole shopping mall. And this used to be a rough area. Very rough. Because you used to have other projects if you go further down, like towards Lake. They had, I think the townhouse, no, they tore it down because of the Cabrini, and they started building over there. But it's mixed, it's white people and blacks over there. But it's Keisha. It ain't too many fathers over there. But yeah, so Walgreens. The United Center is not far. So it used to just be the Walgreens right there. Now they got all these stores over here. So I see Pete's. So what is Brandon talking about? I guess when it's with the blacks, yeah, y'all don't invest, y'all don't do shit. But you can't really say that this area over here is violent, which it really is not anymore. So let me come out of here. So I don't. What is he talking about? Just talking about fucking, just saying dumb shit. Let me come out of there. I wanted to show you guys that. Let him finish.
To not just make sure that we have law enforcement to actually hold people
Wait, hold on. All right.
accountable, but that we actually root out the evil that has existed in our communities for generations. When my sons rode their bikes, we had this conversation repeatedly, my wife and I, about which routes they can take. This is a fear that we have been dealing with this in this city for generations now. And that's why this is not just simply about our response to a tragedy. This is about our response to policy that have created conditions that have made it impossible for families to feel comfortable raising their children in Chicago.
And who made them policies? What do you consider yourself, Brandon? This is how hypocritical. Hey, this shit is dumb. You call yourself you're part of the same party that's been doing this for at least about I don't want to say 80 years because Harold Washington was trying. He was. So 80 about 30 years. I say about 3 decades. Probably before. Of the same bullshit from the Democrats. Which you can say, you affiliate with them. Doesn't even make sense. But we know. Most of us know now. I've been through.
And so we have had enough of this. We've had enough. We're not pointing the finger at anybody. We all have to get to work.
No, we point a finger at you. We point the finger at y'all. We are pointing the finger. You're right. Enough is enough. So we definitely pointing the finger at you. Lori, see, I said Lori wasn't. That was just horrible. To show how retarded Negroes are. I sat back and I didn't say nothing. It's like, okay, watch the show. They like, oh, she a black, you hating. She a black woman. She lesbian. She like my auntie. Okay. I said, okay. But now, you tired. Nah, we're pointing fingers now, Brandon. Definitely pointing fingers.
Work and decide what kind of city we ultimately want to be. A city where children can get up and walk and ride their bikes and play, or a city that has allowed weapons to come into the city to terrorize us. So we're going
once
to continue to
again,
work hard to ensure.
it's always the weapons. It's not the people. It's the guns. The guns are doing the damage. Interesting.
That families don't have to deal with the fear, the doubt, the tragedy of disinvestment and violence.
Full of shit.
There's no secret that gang violence, drug violence in that area has been a problem for
I feel like what is you running again? Is it a campaign speech or something? Like what was that?
There was a shooting 2 weeks ago. A 5-year-old girl who was killed a block away. Anti-violence groups came in and set up shop, and days later we're back at square one. And so, do you have men on the ground, men and women on the ground, besides the anti-violence folks who are trying to bring just more resources to the community? Well, what's happening there for residents who feel that there's shootings every single day, that kids can't go outside?
Well, one of the things that I can tell you, starting with the Chicago Police Department, we're focused on these locations. We're focused on these areas. Now, obviously, it's hard to be everywhere all the time, but we are focused on these locations, and especially in these areas where we know our top 35 beats, the top 35 most violent beats out there is where we push most of our manpower, and we put it there to keep the violent crime down. Now, what I will tell you is this: when we arrest people for violent crimes, we have to prosecute them. We have to keep them off the street. We cannot allow repeat offenders to go back out on the street. This is not only frustrating for the Chicago Police Department, it's not only frustrating when we know that we've arrested someone who's committed a violent act and they're right back out again. It's frustrating to members of our community. These are great people living in these communities, and a lot of them are prisoners in their own homes. We want to do whatever we can to put an end to that. We don't want people to feel like they can't walk out. And it's unfortunate that a mother and a father who are doing what they're supposed to do for their 7-year-old and raising their child, that child can't even walk out to the sidewalk without being struck by random gunfire. These are the things that we want to put an end to. But we do need help. As the Chicago Police Department, we can't do it alone. And we do have people who are stepping up and helping out. But we need more. We need voices. We need voices from the community. We need people to provide information. If you have that information, our CPD tip line, cpdtip.com. If you have any information on this or any information on any other violent crime that you may have seen, please call that line and provide whatever information that you can.
Even though the 7-year-old was not the intended target, is it safe to say that?
It would be speculation at this point. And here's what I would tell you. I do not believe that the 7-year-old was targeted. I do not believe that at this time. We have no reason to believe that. Now, to say that there's a possibility it's gang related is always a possibility, especially in these locations. However, until we get more information,
But it's
I
not
don't
a bad
want to give a
location.
concrete answer on what it is or what it isn't. So
It's not a bad location. It used to be, but it's not now.
This investigation unfolds, we will be putting more information out. Once we start to identify possible offenders, we will get that information out.
Yeah, my question is, you kind of touched on it, but there were so lost of records offenders in the 90s. You said that it within the last year or last couple of years, something like that. Works out there. I guess we reached out to the local police department. They reached out to the aldermen, and they're saying that nothing is being done. They talked about how they had bullets a few days ago, injuring themselves trying to get that they were not hit. I mean, I know there's no quick solution or resolution, but is there anything that can be done immediately just to give them some sort of activity?
Well, I can tell you this, especially when we know young people are being injured and losing their lives in these locations. Our police department, our community policing, our outreach, every resource that we can get from the mayor's office, which is being provided, we're going to saturate those locations with all of the resources that we can. We're also going to reach out to families in that area to make sure that we provide some type of resources to deal with the trauma that these people are dealing with over there. We have to take this seriously, and we do. As a police department, we see this type of carnage every single day.
I was gonna bring up what's the guy named Holmes? Was it Andre Holmes? The guy that got caught up with that scandal in Vegas. Guys can't use them as the resource anymore. So interesting. Interesting. It's not funny. It's not, but yeah, we'll see about that superintendent. So,
And it's tragic that we come upon scenes where children are shot, where the elderly are shot, or anybody for that matter, people losing their lives senselessly to gun violence in this city. Something has to be done about it. And I can guarantee you this, our officers are working extremely hard to do something about this. I can tell you right now, the trauma that our officers are dealing with right now from seeing that and trying to save this 7-year-old's life and just seeing the looks on their faces, having to bring that young person here and then finding out that it wasn't enough to save this child's life. I can only imagine what the parents are going through or what the relatives are going through. So we have to have that level of empathy as the Chicago Police Department to make sure that we respond to them in the appropriate ways. So we are here for the residents who are out here who feel traumatized, who feel victimized, and feel like they can't come out of their homes. We're going to be there for them.
Yes. First, can you say whether you confirm a boy or a girl?
It's a young boy.
Okay. And also, the same group of residents also asked me to ask you both, what would you do with your kids tomorrow and the next day when it's really hot, they're working till 2 in the morning, and they can't afford to take their kids to a water park or something? What would you do with your kids?
Well, that's a great question. As a parent, as a single parent, when my kids were very young, I kept my kids close to me. Now, unfortunately, not everybody can do that because they're working late hours, as you said. But the best that we can do is educate our children. Try to form something with your neighbors and individuals in the neighborhood to come together as a group to find a way to just maybe transport your kids to and from locations as a group with adults, just to have someone there with them. This may be helpful to protecting our children. It's unfortunate that we have to do that. But if we want to protect our children right now, these are things that we have to do. So we have to form a community around our children. Last question.
Mayor, 71 people shot.
Trying to find a picture. Forget when you news stuff. I don't want the news stuff.
Let me just first go back to the initial question about what was asked about how we care for our own children. We can't express enough how deeply hurt we all are. The tragedy has just been overwhelming. The loss of life, this is unnatural, it's ungodly. And it's why I've worked so hard over this last year to create opportunities for our young people as well as their parents. And it's unfortunate that we have people fighting my administration against the investments that we are working to make. Our parks are open. So let me just say that our parks are open. And parents who are looking for an opportunity for your child, your family to engage, our parks are available. We still have summer youth employment opportunities for young people. As far as the shootings that took place over the weekend, look, we will continue to work with the police department. We'll continue to work with the philanthropic community, the business community, our community-based organizations, our alderpersons. I'm grateful. Our Vice Mayor, Alderman Walter Burnett, is here, has been a real champion of creating more opportunities for our families. That's what's needed in this moment. That
You just keep saying the same old shit. You keep saying the same thing. You know what? I don't want to say that because, if they do have these jobs, programs for the youth, I'm all for that. Glad my kids are working, so I don't think that's through this program. But as y'all see from the last video I had shown, did I show? Was that a video? Yeah, all the kids was running from the beach. One kid that got hit, and then just recently at the gas station, a couple of kids that got shot. It was at least about 100 kids. Like when they, it's like late at night, and these kids are out, like in hundreds. Like make it make sense. They don't want to work. You just stop saying that shit. I mean, I'm for it. I'm definitely for the program, but no, they just want to be out here, causing chaos.
tragedy that we are experiencing right now are the direct results of decades of disinvestment.
Constantly saying that shit.
There's a direct correlation.
From who? Notice you don't hold the person the people you affiliate with are the people that's been in office for them decades. Like, what is you trying to say? Like, what the
relation between disinvestment, poverty, and violence. And so, yes, it's holding people accountable. Yes, it's making sure that the strategies that we put forth, where you've seen a reduction in homicides, there's a reduction in shootings, and there's still more work to be done. But this work
Reduction in shooting.
to build a better, stronger,
What?
safer Chicago requires true
You just had 70 people shot.
investment in the neighborhoods that have experienced loss. Because the tragedy is not just the shooting or the shootings. The tragedy is when we take hope away from communities that have been calling for investments for decades. And now we're showing up. Let me make this emphatically clear. My administration will continue to show up for the people of Chicago to ensure that we have everything that we need and deserve to have better, stronger, safer communities.
Brandon, you haven't not done shit. Not one thing for these communities, these neighborhoods. You haven't done shit. Actually, you have made it worse. You got some nerves to be coming up constantly saying this shit. You haven't done nothing. This is the point of me making this video, this live, because that's who I think that's the cause of this is the effing illegals. Now I'm gonna show you a picture of the boy, and I guess the people around in the area was was mourning his loss. They was they had a little something. I really haven't heard anything else about this story, but I'm really paying attention to it. So, but you haven't done shit. Nothing.
So appreciate you all being here today, and let's continue to make sure that we are praying and that we are working together to have a city that we can all be proud of. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, guys.
All right, let me show you guys. This is how, because people was first saying, oh, it's typical black boy that got shot. No, it was black. It was the gangbangers. It was the black people. No. Now I'm gonna kind of be quick with this one. Then I'm gonna get off. Then I'm just gonna keep you guys updated. And that's in a way I was talking about with the welfare thing, with the the DNC towards what it really affected the black family. I was going to talk about, but you seeing it now. You hearing it of who's the cause of it, but it's never no accountability. It's the past administration, which was fucking Democrats. Don't worry about it. Like I said, I'm gonna let them tell it for me. Hold on, let me show y'all the young man, and then I'm gonna get off because I got things I gotta do. But if I come, like I said, I come across which I'm seeing new stuff. Definitely come back on. Like I said, we'll talk about it. So for people who want to rewatch this, make sure y'all like. I need to get the likes up. Y'all been doing good. Need my likes up, but the support is horrible. Seriously. Let me get to him. Make sure that y'all can see. All right. Yeah, so this is the young man here, 7-year-old. Riviera, if I pronounced that right. Jimani Amiri. This is him. Had a balloon release. I'm guessing. Yeah, they had a balloon release. Black people do that. Yeah, it's black people over here. As I see. As I say, the Hispanics. And there's the townhouses over there across the street. I don't think too many Hispanics are over there. That place is ran down. As you see, Hispanics. Hispanics over there now. Hispanics, whites. They're brown too. See. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's what I figured. So, there's probably a lot of Hispanics over there now. So, and as you stop the black stuff. It was black. It was black. Yeah, did a GoFundMe. Damn, 50,000. That's yeah. I don't know. Let me see. Do they say where they're from? That's 11 rifle cases. Wow. Right. I know y'all gotta have videos. We're checking for any video evidence. Come on. No, it's video evidence. It was during the day, 3 p.m. So let me see. So where was this? From the Saints parents' apartments. So was it across the street? Was it the townhouses? That's what it looked like. Hmm. I look like the townhouses. Okay. Yeah. Wow. That looked like it happened inside the townhouses. So they are over there. What the? Okay. All right. We'll keep looking into it. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. How long it's been? Let's see where I'm at now. Stop this. Where are we at? So okay, I'm gonna get on out of here. I was trying to see. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, we almost at an hour. So I gotta get on out of here. I got things I gotta do. Like I say, anything comes up, definitely we go talk about it. They haven't really said anything about Juneteenth. Um, anything that happened here, whatever I could get. We're going to be talking about this. I've been following the Chicago Red people. Supposedly they went to Wisconsin with Racine. They saw Trump, so I definitely got to get in tune with them. So we'll see. But I'll get on out of here, guys. I appreciate it. Jay stuck it out with me, but yeah, we need support. Got to get better, guys. Come on, support. Hey, probably do it. Other than that, no, because I got things I can do. So, but I appreciate it. And like I say, anybody who rewatch, hit the likes, hit the like button, not the likes, the like button or whatever. New people, subscribe because this is what we feel be. We want to be diving into this shit. No, we gotta talk about this. Like I said, something going on. They're being quiet about it. They're hiding something. When it's usually Hispanics now that's involved, it's always personal interest or blah blah blah. It's like it get quiet. So, they got all that video over there and they ain't saying nothing. So like people told me, they thinking that it's these Hispanic, the gangs out here now. It's like a little war going on. But Brandon, they don't want to say nothing about it. But I want to say something about it. We want to talk about it. So, all right, let me get on out of here. Till the next time. Peace out.